In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I film from the comfort of my room. Like 99% of the videos I've done on this channel has been here, right here, this particular place. And I've not really done so much. I'm just in a corner of my room, and that is where I film all my videos. So I'm doing this for any beginner content creator or anyone that wants to go into content creating. This is going to help you. What you need to do, how I film with my phone, and so many other things I do. So please watch this video till the very end. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So yeah, I'm going to be very relaxed in this video because I just want to show you how I go ahead with my content, like how I do it from start to finish. Like there's really nothing so special. Yeah, I must say I've done content for over 2 years now, and yeah, this particular channel is like a tutorial channel where I just let everything out. Like I tell you how I go about it, how to start up your channel, how I systematically grew to where I am right now. And today I decided to show you how I record myself, like what I do, how I go ahead, my camera settings. Like yeah, I'm using my phone. I actually use my phone. All the videos on this channel, I use my phone. And guess what? I have a camera. The camera is just there looking at me, but I hardly use my camera. I don't even know why. I have my softbox, like my light softbox, but right now I am using natural light, and I'm going to show you everything. So this is my room, and I want to show you the workspace I use right here in the room. I have another workspace somewhere else in the house, but this is where I do all the magic you see on this channel. My table, my chair, my mic, and a little stool beside me where I have other tripods, and of course a cup of water I use to just relax myself when I'm doing a video. You can also see the window just right beside me, and the frames, and sometimes I just decide to reposition myself and try to play with the little space I have. So you can see that's my bed, that's my window, and my workspace is just beside me, and I don't do too much, just this, and I am good. Look at me here. To content creators who are thinking of having a studio, you want to have this, you want to have that, I am telling you categorically that you do not need any of that. Just your phone. Of course, you can decide to have a separate phone for content creating, but if you cannot still afford that, you can use your basic. The same phone you use right now is the same phone you can use. I'm using my content creating phone, but even when I didn't start with that. I started with using my normal phone until I grew, and I have a camera. I have an Osmo Pocket. For those who knew me from my other channel, I had a lifestyle channel where I was always traveling, but right now I decided to just stick to stay at home videos. So I decided to create this channel more like a tutorial channel, not like I don't still have my lifestyle content that I want to do, but of course that's going to be on the other channel. So right here, my work is to teach you. So the first thing is, of course, you need your phone. I'll advise you to have an iPhone. Not like there's anything wrong with Android, Samsung, or any of the phones, but I'm more conversant with an iPhone. So if you have an iPhone XR or iPhone 11, but XR from iPhone 10 is fine. Not like I am not abusing you. If you have an iPhone 8, I can show you settings that will work for you on your iPhone 8. So on your iPhone settings, you go to your camera. So once you get to your camera, you go to record video. On your record video, please change your settings to 4K at 30 frames per second. That's like the highest resolution you have. Most times your phone come with default setting as 720 or 1080p, but just change it to 4K at 30 frames per second. So if you're recording slow motion, you can see that's the best for you. If you have cinematic from iPhone 13, you need to also change it to 4K at 30 frames per second, so you can see all the other things that are switched on, like this particular camera settings. Now you can put it in either high efficiency or most compatible. Now every other thing here also needs to be turned on, because you see the reason for it. Your grid, your lines, you're going to be seeing the reason for that much later. So you can see that right now, those settings will work very well for you on your iPhone 8. Just take your cameras to 4K at 30 frames per second. Now, if you start your filming like this, you're starting your filming. I'm going to show you how I used to go about that, how my settings, because yeah, my phone is facing me. A lot of persons actually allow the lens to face them, but if your phone is going to be facing you, there's a different setting for that. A lot of people make mistakes and tell you that, oh, it's actually better when you use your lens behind. Well, if you're an expert, you can go ahead to use that. You will get good camera quality if you do that. But if you are like me, we like to see ourselves, we like to check a lot of things out, I'm going to show you the camera settings you will use for that. So this is me right here now trying to make a video, and the first thing I do is to always ensure I look at the lens of my phone and not myself. If you're looking at the lens, you see this is what you're going to get when you're looking at the lens of your phone. Then the next thing is exposure. This is where the real deal is. Like, look at it now. If you reduce your exposure, you see that the quality of your camera is not going to be the same as when you increase your exposure. So right here I am using 1.7 as my exposure. Now the next is going to be the yellow line you see in between this video. The yellow line helps you to know when you are straight, when your camera is straight and all of it. That is why I like looking at myself instead of turning my lens the other way. So yes, I also try to test my mic to ensure everything is working perfectly well. So the next is going to be my grid. Now this explanation here, you need it. You saw when I turned on the grid in my camera settings. So I usually ensure that my eye is on the same level with the first line of the grid and my shoulder is at the same line as my the second line of the grid. You can see how it works out. This helps you to know how balanced you are. So the next is going to be the cinematic view I use. So because of the kind of iPhone I'm using, I have the cinematic view. Cinematic just helps you naturally blur your background. So now I'm changing it to normal video, because if you're not using maybe from an iPhone 13, you might not be able to get the cinematic view. But guess what, you can still get a very good quality, and that is exactly what I'm doing here. Just increase your exposure depending on the location you are per time. Increase your exposure and you get the best quality. So look at me again. You're looking at the lens of your phone. You're not looking at yourself. When you're looking at yourself, that is what you. So guys, you can see the camera settings, and this is particularly why I love it. That yellow line in between that helps you to know when you're straight, when you're not straight, and all of it. Then the cinematic, I use the cinematic from I think an iPhone 13 is when you can start using cinematic view. But I'm not saying you should go and buy iPhone 13, please. I didn't say that. Just go ahead and use your own phone, and when you're editing, you can use editing apps that will help you, like Canva. You can use CapCut, you can use InShot. So there you can decide to use, you can blur your background a bit. You can see that my background is a little bit blurred. From my frame here, you can actually see that my background is blurred. So that's because I'm using cinematic view. So you can see my face right now on this camera. This is my phone. I'm not doing anything different, and this is just sunlight. I'm facing my window and I'm doing this. Like I said, I have the soft box. If you want to go ahead to invest in good lighting, you can go ahead to do that. You can get some colors and all of that. But remember, you're a beginner content creator, so I won't like you to do too much. Don't do too much. For my mic, I'm not using anything special. I adjust this mic right here in front of me. You can decide to go for the ones you pin on your chest. There are some 30,000, 40,000, depending on what you can afford. And if you also say that you cannot afford that right now, like you cannot afford to, invest in sound when you're editing your videos on CapCut, you can go ahead to enhance your voice. You can put up the noise reduction and enhance your voice. So right now, a lot of people are having issues because CapCut is no longer free. Like that feature on CapCut is no longer free. Don't worry, I've got you covered. I will show you how to still use this feature on CapCut without paying for it. Yes, I said what I said. So do well to subscribe and turn on your post notification. So, but concerning the sound, like I was saying, you can just enhance your voice, everything. You can do it on your CapCut. And in another video, I'll show you how you can still go ahead with using CapCut for free. I said what I said, you don't need to pay. You can still use it. So once you're done with your video, you saw me talk about your lens. I see a lot of persons make this mistake. For example, I am looking at the lens of my phone. The lens is going to look as if you're looking, maybe you're turning your face left. You're not turning your face left. Once you're done with your video, you realize that you actually did the right thing. If I'm looking at my phone, let me change it to me looking at my phone, so you can see what it looks like now that I'm looking at my phone. I am looking at my phone. I am looking at myself in my phone, but post-production you will see that there's a difference. Like, look at me right now, I'm looking at myself. So looking at yourself is like you're not doing the right thing, you're not looking at the camera. So when you are done with your video, that's when you realize that, oh, I've been looking at myself all this while. So don't make that mistake. If you're a beginner content creator, I'm sure you know when you go through videos on YouTube, you're going to see a lot of videos like that this person is not looking at me now. Is it not me you're addressing? Like you're seeing in this video right now, I'm looking at myself. You can see the difference. So I'm back to looking at my camera lens. You can see that I am talking. It's you I'm talking to. So as I'm talking to you right now, have you subscribed? You watching me, have you subscribed? So subscribe to this video because I'm giving you a lot of value, and I always advise people to go through this channel because there are a lot of things I've talked about: YouTube, how to monetize Facebook, how to grow easily on YouTube, and all what have you. So please subscribe. So guys, now once you're done, like I've given you the basic tutorial on how to go. Another thing is you don't need to have a fancy chair. Remember, you're going to be, if you're the type that is going to be using the fake background, you don't need a chair. If you're sitting down on anything, even if it's a bench, even if it's a stool, please do your videos. Nobody is going to come and attack you. What people are after is the information you're giving them. All these aesthetics you want to do, you can do those ones much later. You can see me, I'm in my room, see my bed here. So I just said to be very, very real, because some people are like, I don't have studio, I don't have frame, I don't have this, I don't have that. Even if you don't have frame, I've done video on how to use background. Go and watch that video. You see a whole lot of things you can do. So once you're done with your video, of course, you have your scripts, always have your topic well planned out, the points you want to talk about, everything, have it well articulated, like have it well planned out, so that you can just go ahead and give us the information you want to give. Now, a lot of people do not realize that some of us make mistakes. We make mistakes when we are doing videos, no doubt. Like, if it's for mistake, because some of these things you might not be you might be used to it, talking by yourself, but once you face camera, some things you go forget. That's why we need to always write. Now, once you make mistakes, let me give an instance. So I was about going to the shop. Market. Now, I was trying to say I was about going to the market, and I mistakenly said shop, or maybe I mistakenly said salon. Okay, let me say, I want to say I was about going to the market. So I said I was about going to the salon. Market. No, what you should do is, I was about going to the market and this happened. Are you saying that there's going to be a flow and a continuation? So that is what a lot of us do, and sometimes it's just like, say there's a flow. There's a lot. Sometimes people shoot for over 1 hour. 10 minutes video, you're shooting it for over 1 hour, because there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be places where you have to go and look through your script all over. It's just that we edit all these places out. So don't be scared. I understand. Don't be scared. You're going to make mistakes when you start newly. Trust me, you're going to make mistakes. Like for me, hello, welcome back to my channel. You forget that you're supposed to say your name, or you forget that you're supposed to introduce yourself, or there's so many things you're going to forget doing when you start newly. But once you start getting used to it, you become a pro. So those of us you see right here talking, not looking at anything, we started somewhere. We started from not knowing what to say, forgetting lines, forgetting so many things. And I would advise you, please do not cram. Instead of you cramming, the examples you want to give in your videos, always just jot them down, because of course, and just gist. you want to give examples, just gist. And don't try to cram. I don't cram anything, but I think through the examples I want to give, things I want to say, and I just put them up in, nuggets. I just put them up in nuggets. And if I want to give any example in between the nuggets, probably I want to talk about Facebook monetization. I want to give examples. I just write out the scenario, so that I remember everything in details. Do you understand? So that is it. So just record your video, and at the end of the video, always thank people for watching, and always tell them to like and subscribe to your channel, right? So once you do that, of course, you cut, right? You cut and you head on to edit your video. So if you've not watched my editing tutorial, I did a very simple one, a very basic one, and I also did another one with your tab, the one you can do with your MacBook, and I also did the one for the phone. So after watching this one right now, just go to my playlist. I have a playlist on editing tutorials, so please do well to watch that particular video, and let's grow together. It is my work to just teach you how to go about all these things and learn so much. So yes, you can decide to start learning it right now, like just be learning. You might say, okay, I don't want to start a channel, I don't know what type or niche I want to go for yet, like your area of concentration. I don't know the niche I want to start yet, but start learning about it, so that immediately you start, it's easier than you say, oh, when I'm ready, you will keep forgetting, and you won't like that at all. So guys, have you gotten value from this video from start to finish? How to go about your videos? You don't need all the too many things. You can see mine. This is where I video from. Doesn't mean I can't use other places, but I have like an office space in this house. Like this house, I have somewhere that I can use my office space, go, but I prefer using my room. I don't know why. I would have even shown you guys this particular place I'm talking about. I have, but I don't really use it. I prefer to use here, and I'm very, very comfortable. I know I've been able to add value to a lot of people, and I will keep doing that. Yes, as we grow, we can decide to change, but doesn't mean you cannot add value. That's the point I'm trying to make. From wherever you are, you can add value to people anywhere in the world. So like I always tell people, what I love about social media is that you don't need somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Just keep putting in the work. The algorithm will just pick that one video and you go viral, and guess what, you're known, and consistently keep doing it and you keep earning. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notification, so that anytime I post new videos, you'll be amongst the first to see it. All right, bye.